Hello everyone. Welcome to ARC's ESL Remote Assessment. The ESL program at American River College has several levels in reading and writing, grammar, and listening and speaking courses. We want to be sure that you start in courses that best match your English skills. This video will introduce ESL Remote Assessment. This chart shows all of the ESL courses at American River College, starting from the bottom row with Novice, all the way up to our advanced courses at the top. You will receive a placement for one of these levels in our program. Now let's take a closer look at ESL Remote Assessment. First, this assessment is organized into 3 different parts, and it should not take more than 2 hours to complete. Part 1 has some general and educational background questions. When you do remote assessment online, you will need to type in some answers and click in different places to answer other questions. For example, if you see a question like the one in this picture, you will need to click where you see your answer and then type your answer. Other questions will ask you to choose an answer from a list. Click the answer that you think is best for you. The back button will take you to the question you answered before in case you want to change something, and the next button moves you to a new question in a new screen. Some questions will just ask you to click yes or no. Each time you finish a question or a section, click on Next to go forward. In Part 2, you will look at some reading and writing samples and compare them to your own reading and writing skills in English. It is important that you read the instructions very carefully at all times. For example, here we see information about how to answer the questions in this part. In the next section, you will look at several reading samples. Look quickly at the readings and think about your own reading skills. Don't read every word. Please do not use a dictionary, a cell phone, any other device, or help from another person. We need to know what you can do to place you into the best courses for your level. If you get help from someone or something that is not allowed, you will not receive placement results. You will have to wait 30 calendar days and go through ESL Remote Assessment again. To begin, you will see 2 writing samples for warm-up, for practice. You will look at some readings that are common in ESL textbooks and online. For this section, look quickly at the length, vocabulary, and ideas in the readings. Spend only 1 to 2 minutes for a reading. After you read, you will need to choose one of 3 possible answers. If you choose this reading is too hard, it means that you can't understand it well at all. The reading is very long and it has a lot of hard vocabulary words. Maybe you only understand 20 to 30%. If you choose this reading is too hard, it means you think this reading is too difficult and not good for you. If you choose this reading is okay, it means you can understand a lot of it, but not all of it. You can understand around 60%, but you still have some trouble with it. There are some words you don't know. If you choose this reading is okay, It means you think this reading is the best level for you to study. If you choose this reading is too easy, it means you can understand almost everything with no problems. Even when you read it quickly, you understand about 90% of it. There are very few new words, and it is very easy for you to read. If you choose this reading is too easy, it means this level is not good for you because you already know all these words. Take a look at this reading sample about muscles. Read it very quickly, for only 30 seconds to 1 minute, and look at the vocabulary in this reading. Now, is it too hard? Is it okay? Or is this reading too easy for you? Remember, if you pick too easy, it means you can understand harder readings than this in English. After you are done looking at the reading samples, you will get this thank you message. You will move on to the next section with writing samples. The writing samples you will see are by ESL students. Because they were written by students learning English, students just like you, they have mistakes. Once again, we need you to look quickly at the samples and think about how you usually write in English. Compare your writing with the samples you see on the screen. Here is what each of the answers means. If you choose this writing is too hard, it means that the writing sample you see has a lot of vocabulary words and sentences you don't understand or use. Maybe it's longer than what you can write in English. Also, you make more mistakes when you write in English. If you choose this writing is okay, it means that the writing sample you see has a lot of vocabulary words you already know and use in your own writing. You can write like this in English. If you choose this writing is too easy, it means the writing sample you see has more mistakes than you make. Maybe the writing is shorter than what you can write in English. You also know and can use more vocabulary words when you write. Let's look at an example. Look at this sample quickly. Don't read every word. You will find some mistakes because it was written by an ESL student. Compare this writing with your own writing and choose one of the options. This writing is too hard. That means you don't write like this. You write shorter sentences and you don't understand all these words. If you choose this writing is okay, you can write like this in English. If you choose this writing is too easy, you can write better than this in English. After you choose an answer, click Next to see more writing samples. In this part of the assessment test, you will see new examples of writing from different levels. You will choose the level that matches your writing skills. After you finish looking at the writing samples, you will again see a thank you message. you will move to part 3, where you will do your own writing sample. In part 3, we would like you to do some writing. This writing sample is very important, so please do your best writing here and write as much as you can. You will have around 45 minutes to 1 hour to write about the topic we provide for you. Once again, it is important that you read directions very carefully. Do not use a dictionary, a cell phone, other device, or help from another person. We need to know what you can do to place you into the best courses for your level. If you get help from someone or something that is not allowed, you will not receive placement results. You will have to wait 30 calendar days and go through ESL Remote Assessment again. First, we will give you 2 general topics. You will click on one of the 2 choices, then click Next to go to the writing topic. The topic is what we want you to write about. Here is an example of a topic. Write about your favorite things to do with family and friends. Use specific examples to support your answer. You will see the topic in a red box. This topic here is just an example. You will see different topics when you complete ESL Remote Assessment. Please read your topic very carefully. Click where you see your answer and then start typing an answer to the topic on the line. Even though it's just a line, you can write as much as you want here. Remember to write a lot, as much as you can. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just type. When you finish writing, do not press the Submit button. Wait for the professor or the assistant in the Zoom breakout room to check your writing. They will tell you when to click Submit. Also, please do not close this window. It's really important that you stay here until a professor comes in and checks that you finished and tells you to click Submit. After you submit your ESL Remote Assessment, you will see this message on your screen. Thank you for completing ARC's ESL Remote Assessment. You will receive your placement results in an email message sent to your Los Rios email account. Please check your Los Rios email account after 3 to 4 days to look for your results. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this overview.